Hello, Trustee Adams.
Aye.
During this meeting and call to order.
Nobody's here.
There you go.
Okay, call to order.
Oh, yes. Trustee Adams?
Here.
Trustee Harvey?
Here.
Trustee Reeves?
Here.
Trustee Gaines?
Here.
Trustee Buffalo?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, so,
Trustee Adams has a statement.
oh, okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you. Hello and good evening. I recently had surgery and I'm still recovering near my caregivers in Simi Valley. Due to my surgery, I'm unable to attend physically tonight. However, under Government Code Section 54953C, I'm able to appear remotely and serve as a trustee. Consistent with the Government Code, I'm keeping my camera and microphone on at all times. I have arranged my schedule to include no physical therapy sessions tonight and do not anticipate any medical or physical therapy staff entering my room tonight. The only person who may enter the room tonight is my wife and caregiver, Laura Adams, but I do not anticipate her entering my room during the course of this board meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Mr. Buffalo, President Buffalo, do you mind if I make a statement?
right here.
I just want to tell Mr. Adams that we are all wishing for a speedy recovery. You are missed here on the dais, and we hope that you get well as soon as possible.
Well, it is my plan on showing up in April, whether it's with a walker or a cane or a wheelchair. I do plan on being there in April.
Oh, I think
Okay.
you'll be here with roller skates.
Yeah. Yes.
Not at the progress I'm making.
Okay, public comments in this closed session. Pursuant to board policy number 2350, public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person. All speakers who would like to comment regarding a matter on the agenda must submit a public comment card to the board president or the recording secretary before the point in the meeting at which the agenda item is called. Public comment cards are available in the information table in the boardroom from the recording secretary or online. Okay, and now, do we have any public comments? Okay, well, quick does it. We're back in closed session. We'll adjourn this.
Just so the board knows.
Logging into the closed session Zoom. If you have any issues with that, feel free to text or call Michelle. She'll be able to walk you through it.
Hello, I caught just the last part of that.
Apologies. You will be signing out of this Zoom and you will be signing into the closed session Zoom.
Okay, do I have the instructions for that one?
Michelle is sending you the link right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
It should also be in your calendar as well.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Okay, I think I've got you on my phone anyway.
So, items for closed session, and I do need to let the board know that we will be pulling one item. And that is, yes, I'm looking for the
We need AI experts. Upwork puts top freelance
just step by step. We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused.
If you only do one thing to kick off 2026,
chicken, bacon, ranch, street chalupa.
Hertz cars are new. Rent our newest fleet yet at Hertz.com.
Opening one restaurant in a year is hard enough, but two?
Recording in progress.
Can you hear us, Trustee Adams?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. We're doing board roll call. So Trustee Adams,
Here.
Trustee Harvey,
Here.
Trustee Reeves,
Here.
Trustee Gaines,
Here.
Trustee Buffalo.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. And Barbara, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Oh, do we want to do that after the pledge? Okay. Yeah, that's what I got.
Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I would like to go to Mr. Adams, who has a statement to read.
Thank you. Hello and good evening. I recently had surgery and I'm still recovering near my caregivers in Simi Valley. Due to my surgery, I'm unable to attend physically. However, under Government Code Section 54953C, I am able to appear remotely and serve as a trustee. Consistent with the Government Code, I'm keeping my camera and microphone on all evening. I am currently alone in my room. I have arranged my schedule to include no physical therapy sessions tonight and do not anticipate any medical or physical therapy staff entering my room tonight. The only person who may enter the room tonight is my wife and caregiver, Laura Adams, but I do not anticipate her entering my room during the course of the board meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Item number 8, approval of meeting agenda. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
And passes unanimously. Okay, report of closed session action. And we have one item. And it is a agreement which resolves a contract dispute between the architect and the district relating to construction on the district's student services project. Under the settlement agreement, Gensler, the project architect, will pay the district the amount of $350,000 in exchange for a waiver and release of claims and a dismissal from the pending lawsuit stemming from the default termination of prime contractor AVC Enterprises Incorporated. The action concludes a dispute with Gensler, and on a 4-1 vote, it passed with Michael Reeves voting no. Okay, that's sufficient of that. All right. And we have public comments. I'm going to read this. So pursuant to board policy number 2350, public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person. All speakers who would like to comment regarding a matter on the agenda must submit a public comment card to the board president or the recording secretary before the point in the meeting at which the agenda item is called. Public comment cards are available at the information table in the boardroom from the recording secretary or online. And we do have 2. Okay, so Beverly Johnson. Oh, Brandy, sorry. I didn't have my glasses on for that.
Good afternoon. My name is Brandy Johnson. I'm a second student here at AVC. Some of you may remember me from the last board meeting when I came and spoke about concerns affecting students. I'm here once again today because I'm faced with another situation that is not only affecting me, but my fellow students as well. And right now it's getting really hard to feel supported in this process. Over the past few weeks, I've had attended multiple meetings just to find out whether or not I will be able to graduate this semester. In doing so, I felt frustrated, overwhelmed, and uncertain about whether I will be able to complete my program. When receiving the answer about the classes that I need to graduate, I found out that the class I need to graduate overlaps by just 20 minutes. I understand that there is a 10-minute overlapping rule. However, this rule is not only preventing me, but several other students in my program from graduating. We've worked several years to work towards our graduation. I bring this concern to the board because I've exhausted all my resources. I'm not the only student that this is affecting. We've talked to our instructors, we've talked to several administration, nothing seems to work. Our instructors are willing to work with us so that we may complete and finish our goal. Yet when I went into enrollment, I was told by a student that I was denied because the overlap is by 20 minutes instead of 10. This is not my fault or our fault that our program has had its setbacks, and we should not be punished for something that is not our fault. So I'm here to ask you, when a student has worked this hard to reach our goals and to get to the finish line, should a 10-minute rule really be the reason we can't graduate? Today I've scheduled another meeting to discuss our issues, which caused me to miss valuable class time that I can't get back. I'm really getting tired of sending emails, sitting in meetings, and constantly trying to push for answers for classes that we need to take. Like students here, I have responsibilities outside of school. I have a job, family, and other real-life pressures. All we're asking is for our opportunity to finish what we started. I don't want to feel like choosing AVC was a bad choice. I made good friends here. I really appreciated my teachers, my instructors, and my counselors, such as Golden, Garcia, and Ms. Hawkins. They have supported me throughout this process. Right now, it feels like the system is working against every student that it's meant to help. Policies are important, but they should not prevent students from graduating when there is a reasonable solution available, especially when our instructors are willing to support us. And this is not only affecting me, but multiple students. Students should not reach this final step of our education only to feel unsupported and stopped by a rule that can be reviewed. I'm asking the board to please look into this issue and consider the solutions that we may prioritize students' success and graduation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You can look into that. Okay. We'll have the president look into that and report back to the board. Rochelle Hightower.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Women's History Month. I'm coming back before the board again this month. On January the 29th, I submitted a public information request asking for several items to be provided to me. The deadline for that was February the 7th, 2026. AVC failed to respond until I spoke at the board last month on February the 9th. Subsequently, the next day, I received an email from Linda Beam stating that the district needed an extension. However, she failed to follow the law to state the extenuating circumstances which the law requires you to do, and to state the date when that information would be provided. She only said that they needed the 14-day extension, which from the original date, that would have been February the 21st. February the 21st came and went. I was provided right before this meeting on February the 3rd at 9 p.m. Information that was incomplete. To give you some of the examples of what was incomplete and the things that I asked for that would prove and show my case, I asked for position numbers that were reported to the hub manager, which was the position that replaced my position as the director of equity, and the positions that reported to me. I was given the position numbers for those that reported to the hub manager, but the response to me for those that reported to me as the equity director was that there was no responsive records. I was asked for what recruitment efforts were done to fill the position of Director of Student Equity. It was filled on January the 8th, 2024. It was the 12th of February, 24, May 13th, 24, December 13th, 24. And the response was there was no responsive efforts regarding the recruitment efforts. The efforts of the district to return the previous incumbent, myself, to the position from the 39-month rehire list, no responsive efforts, or the district did nothing. I was also asked for to allow the previous person, for myself, to have an administrative hearing before my position was abolished, no responsive records. Asked what they had done to do that, no responsive records. How does a district of this size, under your leadership, Dr. Zealot, have no responsive records and fail to comply with the law to bring me back? I was given 3 pages, almost 44 positions that I qualify for, and none of those efforts were followed to put me back into a position. At this point, at 34 months post-position, the district owes me over $350,000 in salary plus benefits, salary, recruitment, seniority, pension, everything else. That is unacceptable, and you have failed at your job.
Thank you. And clarification, you don't need one? Okay. Okay. Item number 12, presentation, auxiliary services update.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, President Zealot, student trustee. Tonight we're going to hear an update on our auxiliary services operation. Auxiliary services plays an important role in supporting our students and campus community through areas such as food services, events, and other revenue-generating services that enhance the student experience. I'd like to introduce James Nazapek, our Director of Auxiliary Services. James oversees these operations and works closely with our campus partners to ensure these services are responsive to student needs and aligned with the college's broader goals. James will provide an overview of our current auxiliary operations and highlight key initiatives and opportunities moving forward. With that, James.
Good evening, Board, President Buffalo, members of the Board, Dr. Zealot, Michelle. I just want to start by saying what a privilege it is to lead such an amazing team of auxiliary service individuals, and we're going to get to meet them here in a second. But I want to tell you why it makes my job, I don't mean easy like, oh, I fly by, but makes it easy is because I have an amazing VP that I get to work under, and he provides amazing support to not only myself, but our team. He looks for us to always be successful in what we do. And I just want to, on public record, just say how much Shami Brar brings as a positive influence of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to do here at AVC. Real quickly, auxiliary service, we work on this motto. Auxiliary service provides services and products for students, staff, faculty, and administration that supports the mission of the college and student success. Student success is a major factor in what we do. As you can see, we have several areas that we oversee: food service operations, our bookstore vendor relations with Barnes & Noble, the Performing Arts Theater, catering, our POR contract with Pepsi, concessions, campus events, event services, vending, ticketing, transportation, office moves, and whatever else that might come up. I wanted to show you why we're successful. We do have fun. So this was in our theater. This was a picture taken a year ago, 2 years ago. But what I want to do is I want to bring up the people that make this a success. I'm going to start off with campus events. I would like to call it Mike Harris. Mike Harris is our supervisor. Jose Serrata helps him as his supervising tech. Hefte Gutierrez, Mark Ebersbacher, and then Carter Toscani. They work hard. They work really hard. And I want to say this man right here, you don't get to see him much because he's working to set up stuff. And a lot of the events, and we're going to talk about this, a lot of the events that are done here are because he and his team are on top of it to make it such a great thing. So this is a great man right here. Next group, our food service. Cassandra Trice, come on up. Marisol Bennett, Elsa Ventura, come on up. Come on, Elsa. Here's another group that is amazing, and they serve great food in our cafeteria. How many here have eaten in our cafeteria?
Yes.
There we go. They do great work. They do great work in there, and they do catering, and we do a lot of catering here on campus. Cassandra was with me when this board charged us with turning this into a food to self-op. And within 4 months basically, we got this up and going. That's because of the hard work Cassandra did. And then I think a month later, Marisol came on, and she's been here, and about 6 months later, Elsa came on. This group right here does an amazing work, and students love them. Students truly love them. So I want to give them a round of applause as well. So. Finally, our Performing Arts Theater. Brett Copeland, who you normally see here, is unfortunately not doing well, so just keep him in your prayers. Ashley Lopez, right over here. She is our tech. She is an AVC 2019 graduate. I had to bribe her to stay around, but she is fantastic. These are the people that make up our auxiliary services group, but we also have hourly professionals that are with us, and we have workers who are students. I think I have a former student worker back here. Oh, she left. If you ask any of my student workers, they'll tell you I don't believe in student workers, because student workers are just as important as any other worker that we have. And they come and they make decisions and they work hard and they come up with ideas and they create solutions, and they're fantastic. So that is who our auxiliary services team, and I just want to, again, thank them as we move forward. You guys can sit down because I know how much you like being in front of people. I want to let you know, I just want to give you some very basic, we kind of work off of what's called the trust principle, and trust stands for, and I messed up, that should be truth, respect, understanding, serve, and thankfulness. That is how we operate in auxiliary services. And if we can do those things, then we're on the right track. Our motto this year is accountability through unreasonable hospitality. We keep ourselves accountable. They come to me and keep me accountable, and I need that. Unreasonable Hospitality is a book that we're going to be reading here pretty soon, an amazing book. And these are some of the core features that we kind of work off of. Let me get into some things. Food service operations. We provide daily food for staff, includes breakfast, lunch, in the cafe, currently in the student center. But in a year, right, Ron? Less than a year, we'll be over in the Commons with a pizza oven. And it has a pizza oven and a bunch of other good stuff. So, and they do catering for internal and external. You would be amazed at how many external people love the catering that we do. So I want to let you know some of the things that we've done before I go into some data. I don't if you remember back when the administration, not this administration, the current national administration had cut funding for a while, and we weren't quite sure when students were going to get some of their money. We worked with basic needs to make sure students could come in and eat and not have to worry about paying. So that was one of our big things. And we work very closely with them to make sure if students are hungry, we're going to get them fed some way, and that all comes out of the cafeteria. Another neat thing we do, our coffee, which everybody I think enjoys, is done with, we partner with Castor's Coffee. And I don't know if you know anything about Castor's Coffee. They work and train homeless people. Their motto is founded by homeless people for homeless people. They make amazing coffee. One bag equals 1 hour's worth of employment for them. And we were just doing some rough numbers about how much, and I think we totally for a year give about 2 weeks worth of employment for someone. So it's about 80 hours. These are just some of the amazing things that happen in there. I'm going to go through just data. We did 62,000 tickets last year. The average ticket sale was $7.74. This year, halfway through, we're at 32,000. That is more than half of what we did last year. So we are on our way to another great year. Getting students fed at a reasonable cost with good food. And it's gone up a little bit, $8.09. But again, a lot of things gone up. So it's only gone up 35 cents, which I don't think is bad. Best French fries in the country. I love French fries. And they're good, and make sure I don't eat a lot of them. So I just want to let you know. But that kind of gives you a good idea. Just to let you know, July and December are higher. The reason being, students aren't here, and faculty, staff kind of go in, and we kind of buy a little bit more. I do. You buy a little bit more at that point in time. Event services. We bring together campus events, catering, and performing arts to provide the structure and support and coordination of internal and external events that are held on one of the Antelope Valley College's campuses. That's just a setup, basic setup that we did in the cafeteria. Here's just some numbers for you to kind of let you know. We broke this into small, medium, large, grand, and graduation, and then what we do in the Performing Arts Theater. We did 300, this is last year's numbers. We did 340 small. This year so far, we've done 227. 242 medium size, we're at 161 right now. Large events, 87, we're at 58 now. We call them grand events, anything over 500. 6, we're at 5, and of course we get to work with amazing people in graduation. We did one of those. I think we might be doing another one this year. I'm not quite sure. Just to let you know, our numbers last year was 5,234 people were at graduation. That included graduates and their guests. That was our ticket count. In the Performing Arts Theater and Black Box, we did 72 events. Last year, we're at 335. And then 748, 486. So we're at about 900 events. That's just 10 or more. We do like little tables here. You're going to see we do, Mike's team does all the collecting of cardboard, moves, all that sort of stuff. So you're looking at about 2,000 different events that this group does together. Catering, we did 162. We're already at 105. So that is our event services. I want to kind of let you know a few things real quickly. This past month, we are blessed to be able to work with the school districts. We worked with Palmdale School District and their Youth Leadership Conference. Candace over there, who we've gotten to know, we did their Mariachi Festival last year. We got to do it again this year. It was fantastic. We had steel drums in there, and we've been working with them. We have two coordinators who are part-time. Stephanie Pearson, who is a new mom again, so we're excited about that. And then Suzanne Wakefield, who's our other, worked with them intimately to make sure that their event was a success. And Candace was very happy about it, and we were excited. We worked with Sierra. I think Sierra's here. Where's Sierra? There's Sierra. A year ago, for Black History Month, we started talking about a Black History Month concert and everything. So last year, we started talking about this journey through time. And we couldn't get it last year. And I said, let's get it. So with Arts and Humanities, we made sure we got that happen. That happened on the 28th of February. It was a fantastic event. I heard it went well. And Sierra, I think, enjoyed herself, right? Good. We also got to do Black Wall Street. I'll just let you know, this team of people pivots. If there's a change a month out, they pivot. If it's 2 weeks out, they pivot. If it's a week out, they pivot. If it's a day out, they pivot. If it's the day of the event, they pivot. But the reason they do this is because they want people to have an amazing experience at AVC. They want them to walk away saying, that was incredible. Setup was amazing. The event was amazing. The food was amazing. And that's what they want to do. We got to work with them with Black Wall Street because of the hub and everything that happened there. We invited them to come to the PAT and have Black History on our theater stage. One of the little pictures there, that's kind of like the setup that we do on there that you get to be a part of. And then we provided 400 plus for Black History, flavors of Black History, is that correct? Working with equity on that to feed amazing people. And I think the curry that you had was one of the dishes, right? That we did. And just to let you know, those three people right there made all that food for it. So that was fantastic. Upcoming events. Get to work with my dear friend, Leonardo Alia, as we get ready for commencement this year. I'd love to see 6,000 people. That means we have more graduates at that point in time. I get the pleasure of working with Ashley Hawkins. Last year, she came to me and said, hey, we want to do this great writers conference for tutors. They want to ask AVC to host it. And we started working a year ago, and now that's coming up on the 21st. We just did a walkthrough today, and I told Ashley, I said, our goal is them to walk away and go to an event next year and go, that's just not as good as AVC. That is our goal, and I know Ashley heading it up. It'll be great. Lancaster City Council has come to us to do the candidate forum on April 1st, so we're going to have them here. I want to tell you, this is kind of a little niche thing. I think as a board, I think you should be excited about. We worked with Instructor Vanto, John Vanto, at the last election cycle and did these forum talks with different candidates. Out of that, they thought it was so good that Representative Whiteside came back and said, we want to hold my public swearing in at AVC because of how great it was. So I want to say to you that I think is remarkable for you as a board to know that's how people look at AVC. They want to come back here and use it. I know Mr. Buffalo is always asking about musicals. April 17th through the 19th, Cedar Street Theater, who is a community group, does rent out. They're coming in to do The Crucible, or not The Crucible, Company, yes. They did Mean Girls earlier this year, and they're doing, it's not a musical, but they're doing Hadestown. It is a musical, so I'm not a theater person. I'm a business guy. So anyways, those, and then we're working with Palmdale School District again. They're coming to do their Lion King Kids stuff for 4 days. It is only for parents, but they wanted to come here and be a part of it. So here are some of the events that happened last year in the PAT. We did a film festival. That just happened this past week. Again, the second one, Mean Girls, The Crucible, amazing stage that they did. There was a flying cross over the stage. It was just remarkable. Mariachi Festival, we worked with Outreach to do the Student Success Conference during the spring break. We worked with the re-entry program out of LA County last year, which is a great success. Again, they came to us and said, we've heard great things about you guys. We want to come back. And that, again, is because of these people over here. Here's some additional services we do. We diverted 55,000 tons of waste in 24-25, just to let you know. Transportation, 212. Employee moves, furniture moves, 387. These guys don't get arrested a lot. They are here to make sure that AVC looks good at every opportunity that they can. So we might do a lot of services, and we do, but we look to give back. Our number one thing is how do we give back to students? We've worked with our vendors to make sure we have scholarship programs. Pepsi actually, not Pepsi, Barnes & Noble actually has an endowed scholarship program. We're getting Pepsi to that place as well. Our student workers, we try to invest in them to be successful. Rarely do we have students leave because they don't like working for us. They leave because they go on to do things like be in leadership and things like that. So that's always exciting. And that's our presentation, who we are. Any questions, concerns? Yes, ma'am.
Could I actually toot their horn a little bit more? I want to thank you as the leader of that area and everybody who works in the events. You have gone so far to help us meet strategic priority 4, community outreach and engagement, participation and involvement. James talked a lot about so many on-campus events and our regional schools and how we're involved with them. But even more out in the community, last spring, they helped us host Edwards Air Force Base, the Civilian Military Support Group, worked with the commanders at Edwards Air Force Base, and we did a community emergency response forum. And it was so well done, and everybody who came, a lot of them were, if they were in the Civil Support Group, many of them were alum or had been involved with the college before, but the people from the base were really blown away by the campus and by your staff and you and how all of you put the event together and just the class with which it all came together. So thank you for that. In addition to that event, LA EDC, the Economic Development Council through California Jobs First, I was on the board for that, and they wanted to do a forum, a jobs forum here in North LA County, because when it's a LA County thing, everybody always goes down below, and I kept waving my hand, we're part of LA County too. And so they said, well, we never have a place to have it. I said, have I got a place for you? And so with our office, they worked with James and the staff, and again, just totally impressed. Because we donated the venue, I sponsored the event with their help. They were able to use the event venue money to bring people up from down below. They used it for transportation. And it really opened a lot of people's eyes to what we have going on here in the Antelope Valley. And James said it, they go big. They don't, go big or go home, right? And they go big every single time. And so many people were just really impressed. Again, not just with the facilities, but with the staff and how professionally everything was done. And also, the other thing I took note of, Senator Valadares, Suzette Valadares. Yeah. We just recently had, and this one wasn't in the PAT, it was in the cafeteria area, yes. But it was done up so nicely the way you had it set up. It was a Hispanic Business Summit, and it was the first one, but they want to have more. And of course, again, all the business people and folks coming in, many of them alum, but just coming back and seeing so many of the changes on campus, and so impressed with, again, everything about it. So I personally want to thank you, because every time the reputation of the college goes up, it's because of all of you who work here, all of you who come to work every day and do your job to the best of your ability, and all of you who just approach it with the attitude, like James says, of service and community pride and spirit. So thank you so much, and I want the board to know that that was just 3 more events of so many more that I could sit here and list, but thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to commend you on your book choice. I want to commend you on your book choice, James. I don't know if you've started that book yet.
I read it. Yeah, I read. My son lives in England. We were there. I read it on the trip over there, and I showed my staff the book, and they're scared because they couldn't tell what pages I didn't have little markers on.
I used it as a book study in our first semester this year, and was an amazing book, such an eye-opening book, and I think everyone who participated in my book study felt that it ignited so much opportunity for them to reflect on their own means of and ways that they serve other people. I think it's a great book choice, and I commend you for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a fantastic book. I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Can I just say one? I forgot to mention this, and our big thing is because of the position we sit in, we get to see everything that has happened at AVC and try to cradle it, make sure everything gets done to utmost excellence. Out of that, we've decided, and we've kind of been hinting at this, and Shami has been like, this is what we need to do. In June, we're having what's called an events symposium, and we're going to bring the entire community together from AVC and look at all the events that we've done this year and actually calendar out the entire year next year. So we know when stuff is, because right now there might be 2 big events during the week, and it takes away sometimes our focus of what we need to be focused on. So how do we make sure that we have great participation in every event that we have? So we're going to be doing that the second week of June, and I'll be getting out information. But I want to let you know from a strategic point, that's what we're trying to do. So we can all be on board, so we can go and support equity, or go and support student services, or go and do this, because we're not doing something at that point in time. We can go and support them. So that is our goal. So I thank you for your time. If there's no other questions. So
Questions? Thank you. Very
thank you
good
so much.
Presentation. Next item, 13, consent agenda. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to action items. Oh.
So Catherine's going to say a few words.
Oh, and I was going to leave you out. How dare I? Oh, I can't imagine that happening. Come on up, Catherine. Is that here?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, President of the Board, trustees, Dr. Zealot, colleagues, and honored guests. It is truly a joy that I get to stand up here right now, because it is always a highlight when we get to list the different people on this campus who have gotten tenure. So we're going to celebrate this very special milestone and introduce the faculty members in a moment. But tenure is far more than the professional achievement. It represents years of dedication, perseverance, and heart. It honors excellence in teaching, meaningful scholarship, and generous service to our institution. Most of all, it reflects a deep commitment to our students and to the shared mission that brings us together as an academic community. Today, we celebrate faculty members who have poured their energy, creativity, and care into their work. Through long hours, thoughtful mentorship, and steadfast service, They have strengthened our institution and enriched the lives of countless students. Their impact is lasting and their contributions truly matter. And while some of our colleagues are unable to join us this evening, we are delighted to recognize those who are here in person and celebrate their moment together. And I do want to say that they are just starting. Tenure is just the beginning, and they are going to continue to do amazing things for our students and our institution. So I'm going to introduce the professor, and then their dean is going to come up and say a couple of things. And so I'm going to start with Professor Paul Taglianetti. See, because we talked about how to say his name, I did that, and I've known Paul for 4 years now. Paul Taglianetti, and I'm going to have Dean Gutterman come up and talk. I know, it's because we talked about it.
Now you're going to make me do it. Hello, trustees. Before coming to AVC, Paul Taglianetti worked in the film production for 27 years. Transitioning to education in 2014, he has worked in universities and public schools, arriving at AVC in 2022. His goal from the beginning has been to update the digital media program here at AVC and to help advance the program using state-of-the-art equipment and industry-standard software. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah, come on up, Paul. Congratulations, Paul.
At the end, we'll ask all of the faculty to have a photo with the board, please. If so, get ready for your smiles.
Our next area, we have two actually, so I'm going to have Dean Clinton Hawk come up because we're going to introduce one at a time. So the first one is Carolyn Brubaker.
It's my great pleasure to congratulate Carolyn. Job well done. Carolyn Brubaker teaches aircraft fabrication and assembly when she instructs students in layout, drilling, riveting, and sealing of metallic aircraft structures. She will also support courses in the Aerospace Leadership and Management program, drawing on more than 20 years of aerospace management experience, right? And I would like to say that she is a treasure and a valued member of the AFAB program, spending extra time and hours with students to help make sure that they are successful.
And the next one from this area is Caleb Healy.
Gosh, Caleb, it seems like yesterday. Caleb Healy will be working in CTE teaching beginner, intermediate, and advanced welding, helping students to develop skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the welding industry. As a certified welding inspector, he will also proctor licensing exams for students through the Los Angeles Department of Building and Safety, ensuring they meet the required standards for certification and licensing. And then we're also grooming him for bigger things.
Okay, we do have a couple of our deans that are missing, and so Joel Gutterman has volunteered, so you'll see him a lot here. So our next one, our next tenured faculty is Jennifer Rock, and Dean Gutterman is coming back up.
I missed you guys. All right. All right, Jennifer Rock, which we say Jennifer Rocks. Jennifer began teaching as an adjunct instructor at Allen Valley College in 2019 and began her tenure in the fall of 2022. She will be teaching maternal newborn nursing and pediatric nursing and associate degree nursing program. All right.
All right, and then we have Norma Jones and Dean Gutterman.
So Norma's not with us tonight, but she is here and watching via Zoom. So Dr. Norma Jones is honored to be a part of the Allen Valley College community and is joining us via live stream this evening to celebrate this milestone. As a faculty member in Communication Studies Department in the Language and Communications Arts Division, she is passionate about helping students leverage their voice to achieve their goals. Guided by AVC's core principles of kindness and service, she is deeply committed to shaping the future of learning through artificial intelligence and free and open educational resources across the the California community college system. Because the future is now, and together we are AVC, and we lead the way. We look forward to sharing her certificate with her, but please join us in congratulating Dr. Jones on this achieving tenure at Allen Valley College. Thank you.
And the next one is Patricia Butterworth, Dean Lobos.
Good evening, everyone. Before I say some words about Dr. Butterworth, I just want to do a brief 3-hour history on the tenure. No, I'm just kidding. The word tenure means to hold or to possess. And the idea of academic tenure was developed in the late 19th century, early 20th century as a way to protect academic freedom. In other words, this is a really big deal. So congratulations to all those who are being presented here tonight on achieving this wonderful achievement. I hope that you cherish what you've worked so hard to possess and continue the great work that you've set out to do. Dr. Patricia Butterworth teaches human anatomy and physiology, but also teaches general biology and environmental biology. She's been working at AVC since 2016, teaching human anatomy and physiology as well as general and environmental biology. Congratulations, Dr. Butterworth.
And then we have two from the next area. So I'm going to have Dean Dillon come up, and we're going to start with Maria Espinoza-Schrock.
Good evening, everyone. Maria Espinoza-Schrock teaches history of the United States, Mexico, and Latin America. She is involved in some of the affinity groups like Quinte and the Rising Scholars Program. She looks forward to continuing to improve our program at the prison. And let me just say, when it comes to the prison program, Maria is a superstar. She has really gone above and beyond in her work for our prison education program. Not only that, she is just an amazing person, and we are so fortunate to have her.
Do not take the mic away from me, right? All right. And now we have Stephanie Peoples.
Dr. Stephanie Peoples is a professor and department chair of education and child and family education at Antelope Valley College. She supports future educators through coursework and field experiences and serves as the coordinator of the California Early Childhood Mentor Program while contributing to campus committees and statewide initiatives. And let me just say how amazing Stephanie Peoples is as well. She has recently, as I just stated, taken on department chair responsibilities in her area before she even received tenure, just really going above and beyond to help our campus, to help organize people, and she's so good at it. She is so good, so we are really lucky to have her. Stephanie?
And then we also have Wendy Ryder. So her supervisors can come up and speak.
As you can tell, Wendy's got a fan club. Half our team is here for her. Good evening. It is my pleasure to recognize Professor Wendy Ryder as she is granted tenure this evening. For the past 18 years, Wendy has been, well, the Learning Center. She has been a dedicated partner to so many students who rely on support and encouragement they find there. She consistently goes beyond the classroom, working alongside our team to ensure students have the resources and confidence they need to succeed. Her commitment to her students, her collaboration with support services, and the care she brings to this work reflects the very best of what we hope for in our faculty. Congratulations, Wendy, on this well-deserved milestone. We're so grateful for you.
And those are our new tenured faculty.
Would all the faculty please come up front, and the trustees, let's please come down and take a photo with the faculty, please.
Come on, Debbie. Get them together, please. Yeah, come on. You're going to tell them what to do to take a good picture.
You gotta push them together. Be bossy. Be bossy.
Tell her. Yes.
So starting here, we'll have a trustee. I love it. Work.
While everyone is returning to their seats or leaving. I would just like to add, tenure doesn't happen on their own. I want to give special thanks to the faculty who served on the tenure committees, and our Mike Pessis, our tenure, who's our tenure chair, the deans and the academic senate, because this requires a lot of support. This is 4 years worth of support and evaluation and conversations. And so it's really important that we recognize, yes, the faculty are working hard and they're showing us all the wonderful things they can do, and they're being supported by a lot of other just stellar faculty. So thanks to everyone.
Okay. So we're going to pick back up at action items, right? Okay. Okay, getting back underway here, item 14.1, which is approval of resolution number 2526/13 of the Board of Trustees regarding compensation for absence member of the Board of Trustees. And do we have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, and advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I believe
Michael
Mike
Adams.
Adams is
Abstaining.
Abstained. Yes. Thank you. Item 14.2, affiliation agreement between Sequoia Safety Council Incorporated and Antelope Valley Community College District Paramedic and Emergency Medical Technician Programs. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second?
Okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item 14.3, affiliation agreement between Imperial Ambulance Company and Antelope Valley Community College District Paramedic and Emergency Medical Technician Programs, EMTs. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.4, approval of the 25-26 academic athletic non-traditional men's and women's soccer spring schedules. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second. Okay, any discussion of that? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
And item 14.5, approval of academic policies and procedures, committee recommendations of course listing for summer of 2026. Do we have a motion?
So move. Second?
Okay, any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
I just wanted to know the committee, who is that? Not the names, but what is it comprised of? Whom?
APMP is a subcommittee of the Academic Senate, and that committee is responsible for all of the curriculum changes, modifications, creation, program approvals, and all of that kind of stuff. So it comes through APMP, through the Academic Senate as a recommendation to the board.
Thank you, Dr.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And item 14.6, approval to utilize the California Multiple Award Schedule, CMAS, piggyback agreement with Howard Technology Solutions. Do we have a motion?
So move. Second?
Okay. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.7, approval of ratification of amendment between K-Wall LLC and Antelope Valley Community College District to provide website consulting and technical support services to AVC. Is there a motion?
Second?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14.8, approval of master field contract for services between Antelope Valley Community College District and Montgomery Hardware Company. Is there a motion?
So move. Second?
Okay, any discussion?
Yes, I've never heard of Montgomery Hardware Company. Is that like Lowe's or Home Depot? Does anybody know anything about it?
Montgomery Hardware is the supplier for our door hardware on our doors.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Item 14.9, approval to utilize the Sourcewell Master Agreement with WAVE, WAEV Incorporated for purchases of industrial carts and related equipment. Do we have a motion?
So move. Second?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.10, approval to extend the use of the Arvin Union School District piggyback agreement and Sierra School equipment for district furniture and related purchases. Is there a motion?
So move. Second?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.11, approval of change order number 1 and number 2 to field contract for services with Hydraulics Incorporated for the additional services required to complete installation of a new air compressor for the horticultural lab.
So move.
Okay, is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.12, approval to utilize the Sourcewell Master Agreement with Heister Yale Materials Handling Incorporated for the purchases of materials, handling equipment, and solutions. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Item 14.13, approval of field contract for services and change order between Scientific Restoration Specialist Incorporated and Antelope Valley Community College for mold remediation at the hub. Okay, is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Reed.
President Zelik, I thought there was some kind of discussion or consideration of tearing down the building and not remodeling it. Is the decision made to remodel instead?
He'll address the scope of work and what this is involved with.
This contract was for the remediation, so the mold still needed to be removed and addressed, right? So that this change order completed that remediation process. That building is now mold free, and it's our decision now, your decision, whether we want to remodel it or tear it down, but it's safe to inhabit now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
Any other questions? Hearing none advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item 14.4, 14. Approval of project assignment amendment, PAA, to Beacons Moving Solutions Incorporated for the T300 relocation project, 25-001 with redevelopment funds.
So move. Second.
Okay, any discussion? How much in redevelopment funds do we have, by the way? You can get back with me on that, but I am curious about that. Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
And 14.15, approval of change order for the Discovery Lab Welding Lab Expansion Project 25-002 using Measure AV and Strong Workforce H funds. Okay? Do we have a motion?
So move. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. 14.16, approval of service agreement with Synthetic Mass Incorporated for the expansion of the 60 by 40 foot classroom modular building located at Fox Field using district funds. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, final item. 14.17, approval of contract with Delta Electric LLC for the DL for the Discovery Lab Welding Lab Expansion Project with Strong Workforce Program and Measure AV Bond Funds. Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, advice?
Approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll now move into reports and announcements. Academic Senate, Hal Huntsman.
Good evening, trustees, President Zealot, Ms. Shuttlecourt, Mr. Wang. I also want to give a special shout out to Trustee Adams. Trustee Adams, speedy recovery. Yes. My heart is really full right now. I usually come and speak to you and finish my remarks speaking about a faculty member who I want to call out. But tonight, on tenure night, I can't do that because what's more exciting than giving tenure? And I really thank you for doing that. And I want to say, I don't know how many families you've joined, but these folks have joined our family. For faculty, we intend to work with them for decades. And it's a 4-year process to become part of our family formally, which I've known people that get married in like 4 months. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal. And I just really want to just honor them and their work and everything that they've done and that they're going to continue to do. Each one of them has already done so much that I was sort of amazed. They're just getting tenure? Like, it's kind of amazing. So I really just want to honor them all. I also want to just mention that, you know, as you all know, and I've spoken to you in the past about some of these issues, there are so many things going on right now in the world and in higher education in particular, you know, artificial intelligence, other technological advances, just the way the world is moving forward culturally. And I think that we are on the verge of real change in higher education. And what it looks like, I don't know. But I do know that we as faculty are working to try to, I don't want to say keep up, because that's not exactly what I think we're trying to do. We're trying to get ahead. We definitely continue to work to innovate and change our curriculum. And by the way, Trustee Harvey, you know, the Academic Policies and Procedures Committee, which is AP&P, is comprised mostly of faculty, but also administrators, and we have some classified staff that also work very closely with the group. And so it's really a collaborative effort, and it has to be because so much is happening. We're constantly revising and you know, bringing up our curriculum to the new, you know, advancements in the world. So that's what we're going to continue to do, and I look forward to you know, reporting more on that in the future. And I bid you good night.
Thank you. Okay, Antelope Valley College Federation of Teachers, Perry Jalaka.
I want to start off, well, first off, I welcome board and President Zillette and student trustee. And I kind of want to start off, you know, how Hal did, but it's a great night for tenured faculty. And I've believed this since the day I walked on this campus. Teaching at a community college is probably the greatest teaching assignment you could ever hope for in this profession. So congratulations to them. I'm starting my second board meeting. I've been doing this for a little bit over a month now as the president of the faculty union, and you really learn real fast what a true honor it is to represent a quality group of people. And I'm kind of reaching out to the board a little bit, and you know, President Zillette and I have had a conversation or two about, you know, important things going on in the future, and I've taken on a lot over this last month, and so I've kind of done a little research on exactly what a board is expected to do, and those type of things. And not saying I have all those answers tonight, but when I look at the CBA, that's something that is negotiated and then approved by the board. And I'm sitting here today with a lot of, you know, things that we've managed to a point that it can no longer be handled at the local level. And so our next option is PERB with this. And my question is, when are we going to sit down and go, enough of PERB? Nobody wins in a PERB. You know, it costs the district money, it costs the union money. I'm looking at 3 to 5 PERBs that I probably have to file here in the very near future. And I think there's got to be a better way to go about this. And I'm asking, you know, you as board members ratify the CBA as well. And we have a number of things that, you know, I don't necessarily want to talk about them today, what they are, but there's a number of articles in issues that we have going on at the processes of the CBA, and I know exactly where they're going to get. They're going to get to PERB. And that there needs to be something better in that aspect than what has been going on. It's kind of process 1, 2, and 3, and boom, maybe 4, maybe 5 to the board. But we have to move in a different direction. And I bring the board into this because you guys ratified that as well. And if CBA violations
are continuing to get to that point, then the question needs to be asked why. Thank you.
Okay, confidential. Item 15.4, Ashley Hawkins. You're usually right there.
I didn't know what number I was, so I paused. Good evening again, everybody. I have an interesting report this week, a little bit different than usual. I reached out to the constituency group and asked how did they want to be represented or what did they want me to mention today. And one of our leaders, and I'll mention her at the end, but she sent she called it a short story, but it's a brief overview of something that took place behind the scenes of CalWorks. We are entering the 4th week of this semester. Many would assume students are settled, attending class, completing assignments, and asking for help when needed. For one CalWorks student in her 2nd semester at Antelope Valley College, this was not the case. She had done everything right. Met with a counselor? Check. Registered for classes? Check. Met CalWorks requirements before the start of the semester? Check. Despite her preparation, delays outside the college's control created barriers to receiving her course materials, parking permit, and other school fees covered through GAIN. Earlier this week, her professor personally walked her to the CalWorks office to advocate on her behalf. In my 3 years here, this was the first time I experienced a faculty member escorting a student to ensure her needs were addressed. He was genuinely invested and wanted to understand why, 4 weeks into the semester, his student was still coming to class without materials. The student was nervous and embarrassed. We paused and reminded her that everyone in the room was there for one reason, her success. There was nothing to be embarrassed about. This is the work that rarely gets seen. It is a faculty member advocating for a student. It is classified staff translating college systems and processes into accessible languages and practices. It is hourly employees completing critical paperwork so a student can receive ancillary payments, parking, health fee coverage, internet access, and other supports. It is student workers who are CalWorks students themselves, greeting peers with empathy and understanding what it means to balance college and parenthood. It is basic needs expediting a technology loan. It is community partners collaborating to remediate barriers before they result in withdrawal. While we cannot control every external system, our strong internal relationships allow us to respond quickly and advocate effectively. That is the power of community. Moments like this demonstrate what makes AVC exceptional. It is the quiet, coordinated, behind-the-scenes work where faculty, classified staff, hourly employees, student workers, leaders, and partners all come together to ensure students are supported toward long-term success. This was written by Director Irene Carbajal Perez, who is a wonderful director in student services. She's managing the CalWorks program, and she works with students like this every day. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize the power of what she spoke here, and it's something that is special at AVC, is our relational capacity, right? We talk often about not knowing how to get everything done, but I know how to pick up the phone and call James and say, I need somewhere to put this event today, right? Or to call Alberto and say, I need a book for a student yesterday. And we'll figure it out and we'll get there, but we put students first, and it's the relation building that lets us get there. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Associated Student Organization, Armando de la Corre.
Good evening, trustees, student trustee, President Zealot. My name is Roshni Daman. I'm the Executive Director of Public Relations, and I'll be reporting on behalf of ASO President Armando de la Torre. So during the month of February, ASO supported students transition into the spring semester. We did this through our involvement in Welcome Week, alongside many other programs. At each tent, staff, student workers, and volunteers passed out over 1,000 ASO lunch bags. These bags held resources students might need, as well as goodies to support them through their first week back. These bags were passed out at the Lancaster campus as well as the Palmdale campus. During Welcome Week, we also had a coffee station set up in SSV for those who needed a quick boost. So Since February was Black History Month, we hosted multiple movie screenings. For example, we partnered up with the Learning Center for a screening of Hidden Figures. For the event, we funded the purchase of 6 calculators to give away to attendees. This month, we also held our first Meet Your ASO Officers event. This event basically is so students can come meet us in our new space in T300. Since we're their representatives, this was a time for them to come ask us any questions or share their concerns with us. We concluded this month with our visit to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. We had the opportunity to attend the Student Senate California Community College's first ever Federal Advocacy Academy. We also had the privilege to have a personal meeting with Congressman George Whitesides. We will be presenting the information we gathered during the trip at a future board meeting. Coming up, we have our Spring Club Rush event tomorrow. So just a reminder for those who'd like to show up. We're hoping to spread awareness to students of the clubs we offer on campus. The ASO is also invited by the Dean of Aerospace to take a tour of the Foxfield campus this Friday. The trip was set up and facilitated by both the Dean as well as our ASO Senator of Aerospace. That is all for our report. Thank you.
And we have Diane Knipple of the famous wine event.
Well, the famous wine event wouldn't
Yes.
be its wine event
That's
if
drinking,
it wasn't.
not actually whining. Oh, good. Go ahead, Diane.
And James, you forgot about the wine walk. It's to your team's credit that you've given us some kick up it a notch, right? You put up some beautiful designs and it's just been a fabulous working relationship. And again, we have over 250 to 300 community members coming in, seeing a beautiful building in a beautiful professional way. So thank you to the team. Great job. I want to recognize the tenure folks as well. I mean, that's such a big deal. I'm just so proud of it. My mother was a tenured faculty member, and I know how much it takes to get there. So I'm so proud of the folks that have made it today. We're in the scholarship season. We are reading scholarships right now. So there's lots of them. Anybody has any interest to read some scholarships and help us out, we'd love to have it. See Emily over there. Any questions? Wine walk's coming along. Sales are up, sponsorships are up.
Cool.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Dr. Zillette.
Good evening, trustees and student trustee. So much has happened in this month, and along with everyone, congratulations to the tenured faculty. It really is an achievement, and it's a privilege, and with great privilege comes great responsibility. And in my 100-year-long career in education, I had the privilege of earning tenure at a couple of institutions, and it's hard work. It's hard work, and but it's a privilege and it's a joy, and I'm proud of AVC and the process and the people who have attained that. We could talk about tenure. I could talk to you about so many of the events that have happened. I could talk to you about my trip to the Capitol, but representing AVC as Congressman Whiteside's guest for the State of the Union. But it's Women's History Month, and what I really want to focus on is some of the phenomenal women at AVC. As we explore our own histories, public and private, we realize there are so many women that we want to celebrate. Tonight I want to share thanks for some of the possibly unseen women of AVC. I want to start with Miss Fanny Carey. Everybody gotta love Fanny. Miss Fanny Carey serves in facilities as a custodian. Fanny has served this institution for many years, and I've had the privilege of getting to know her through our evening conversations. Miss Fanny is probably one of the earliest people to make me feel truly welcomed at AVC, and it is not uncommon for me to find little gifts and reminders from her on my desk. And she just shows love and care and pride in everything that she does. Her story is one of courage and power, and she lives her strength every day as she works hard and stays connected with family here and in South America. She takes pride in her work, is attentive in a compassionate way, and while she works quietly, her very rare absences are loud. We miss her when she's not here. If you don't know Miss Fanny, you're missing out. I'd also like to introduce you to Miss Amaka Don. She serves AVC as a part-time faculty in Administration of Justice. Amaka's story is unique and also one of strength and courage. Many times I've seen her kindness, tough love, and constant presence benefit not only students, but also her colleagues and me. Ask anyone in SBS about jollof rice, and they will smile and acknowledge that at the least expected but always perfect time, Amaka brings food because she cares. The sharing of food is part of her culture that she shares with us and makes us richer as a community. So if you don't know Miss Amaka Dawn, you're missing out. I could tell you so many stories about the women of AVC, but I will share just one more. Right after last February's board meeting, several faculty, classified professionals, and administrators attended the CCBA convention, which is a nationwide group called Community College Baccalaureate Association. The association had put out the call for nominees for the inaugural Promise Award. Without knowing, both Dean Maria Clinton Hoke and I submitted the same person for the award. And Promise Roberts, AVC alum from the AFMT program, now working at Northrop and also serving at AVC as a part-time faculty in the program, was chosen as the first ever recipient of that award. She opened the entire convention with a speech that moved everyone, and it's not an exaggeration. There was not a dry eye in the room as she shared her journey from Ghana to the Antelope Valley, working as a hairdresser for years while raising 3 sons. She described living with the constant stress and dread that comes when money is tight, bills are nonstop, and it feels like there's no end in sight. When her sons decided to enroll in she had twin sons, were her youngest. When they decided to enroll in college at AVC, Promise did so as well. And she went through the AFMT program. She shared that after gaining employment at Northrop when she graduated, she realized that she hadn't worried about money for the first time, and that feeling couldn't be replaced. When she drew her speech to a close, she addressed the crowd and she addressed us. There was a whole table of AVC people there, and she said, and this is a quote, "Your work doesn't just create programs, it creates futures. Today I stand before you as proof that when access meets belief, lives change." Phenomenal women, all are part of the rich fabric of Antelope Valley College. The work we do here matters. The work we do here changes lives. The work we do here lasts for generations. To all who work daily for, who focus intently on, and who do not get distracted from or distract others from this essential mission, I thank you. It is indeed a privilege to serve alongside you. Thank you.
We'll now move to the end of the dais up there and go with our student trustee.
On behalf of the students, I just want to say congratulations to all the faculty receiving tenure tonight. I know how much work and dedication goes into reaching this milestone, and it's really nice to see that recognized. I also want to give a special shout out to a few faculty I've had the chance to know. Professor Butterworth, who I had for anatomy. I didn't pass, but it wasn't her fault. She was still really good. I didn't do my part. Yeah. Professor Jones and Wendy Ryder, who I've had the opportunity to work with the STAR program. They're all incredibly kind, supportive, and really dedicated to their students. So I'm really glad to see them receiving tenure. And I also want to give a quick shout out to our auxiliary service department for the work that they do to support students to keep things running across campus. Their work really makes a difference, and I appreciate everything they do. So thank you so much again, and happy Women's History Month.
Okay. With Michael Adams.
Only one comment. If a surgeon ever tells you that double knee replacement surgery is no big deal, he's lying.
Okay. Now you guys all know.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Ms. Harvey.
Yes, I just want to congratulate the faculty who received tenure. It's a big accomplishment, and we are very proud for you to be here at AVC. And the range of programs, Dr. Zalat, that we are offering is just really amazing. I'm always proud of the affiliation with the college because we do such great things in this community. So congratulations to all the tenured faculty.
Mr. Reeves?
First of all, congratulations to the tenured faculty and best wishes. Next month, we have some holidays coming up. I want to wish everybody happy Easter, happy Passover, and happy spring. And we'll see you in April. Thank you.
Ms. Gaines?
I too want to congratulate all of our new tenured faculty, and I just want to say thank you to them for choosing Antelope Valley Community College. I know at this time there's a lot of choice out there, and we're so honored that they chose AVC to work. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations to all of our new tenured faculty. That's great. I'm sure I'll see them all over campus over the next year or so. I also wanted to thank Perry for his comments tonight. I think you're the person to help lead the way on that, and I agree. I think we can do that. Okay? And the next meeting will be in Palmdale, April 13th. And this meeting is adjourned.